So recently I went to the Veggie Pride Parade in Chicago and it was a lot of fun. I met a lot of cool people and I was really excited and I was like, I'm gonna show some pride. So I did 100 one-handed push-ups. I gotta say I was really sore after this. I couldn't even like raise my arms up like this, and it didn't even really hit me till the second day. And like the first day I was like, whatever, I'll just do this tomorrow. I didn't really like the camera angle. I was like, I'll make it look cooler at my house. The second day though, I was like, no way, I'm never gonna do these things ever again. That was crazy. I couldn't even like push open up a door because my triceps were hurting so bad. And this one goes out to Josh Fosgreen of Raw Food Freedom, who challenged me to a push-up contest at this year's Woodstock Fruit Festival. I hope you're training extremely hard because this is 100 one-handed push-ups. I'll see you there, man.
Thank you. Alright, it's recording.
Alright, 100 push-ups, one-handed.
You say vegan cheese products. Vegan cheese products.
So I figured I'd tell you exactly how far I came in doing push-ups over the years while you guys watch this, because if you've seen one of these, you've seen them all, right? It would be kind of a dry video, just me repeating the same movement over and over again. So first off, I want to say in grade school, I could barely do a regular push-up. And I had to do these things on my knees like a little girl. Not to say little girls can't be strong. I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure they could win you at a push-up contest. But that's where I started at. Then in high school, I used to do wrestling. And they used to say, drop down and give me 50 during practice. And I was like, how am I supposed to give you 50 when I can't even give you 25? However, it wasn't until a couple years after high school that I finally got that 50. And I was really blown away by it at the time. But I always romanticized the idea of doing that epic 100 push-ups. Though I always thought it was more reserved for an elite athlete out there, and I never thought I'd be able to do them. I think mainly because at the time, I'd never seen anybody else do them before. And once I seen it done, I was like, if he can do it, I can do it too. I just got to put in the want, time, and energy into it. So it wasn't until a couple months into really eating up on the fruit that I was wondering, what could I really do to really challenge this diet and myself? Now at the time I didn't have a gym pass and I didn't have much equipment. Basically all I had was myself, a floor, and a lot of determination. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for the epic 100 push-ups. And I don't really care how long and hard it takes. So that's what I did, and I found it wasn't even really that hard. It only took me about a month and a half, and all I did was just do 3 sets, as many reps as I can. Then I wrote those numbers down, which is really key because I got so many other things going on in my life that I might not remember. I did 67 push-ups for my second set. Then every time I did push-ups, I had tried to beat my record, and I did this twice a week, and it only took me about 50 minutes each time. Now, I want to mention, I believe the very first set means everything, especially with doing high repetitions. Don't wait for the second or third set. Give it your all the very first set, because that's when you have all your energy, all your ATP, all your mental power. And if you wait for that second or third set, you probably won't get it. Now, I didn't even stop there, and I went on to do 150 push-ups in a row, and in one day I did sets of 100s, 50s, and 25s, and I got all the way up to 500 push-ups. And that's when I was like, alright, there's something going on with this diet, and I need to keep on going with it. And by the way, to get into the US Army, for my age, I need to get a minimum of 39 push-ups. And to score 100% on their fitness test, I would have to get 77. So basically, I just doubled what it takes to be in the Army. So after that, I wanted to do something more challenging than just doing push-ups, and that's when I got into powerlifting. Totally forgot about push-ups for a bit. Now, it wasn't until I watched Rocky Balboa in one of the Rocky movies doing some one-handed push-ups, and that's when I was like, you know what, I'm going to start practicing those things too. Another thing to put on my list of things I did on a fruit-dominant diet that supposedly does not have any protein in it, and I'm going to lose all my strength on it, right? Also, another Fruitarian that I want to mention who really inspired me was Richard Blackman. I can't agree what he's doing now, but he used to whip out one-handers like no other, and he really inspired me back then. Now, I remember I couldn't even do 1, but then I got to 10, then 20, then 25, then 50, and then I forgot about them for 2 years. And it wasn't until this last January I was like, you know what, I bet you I could get that 100. Because that 50 seemed pretty easy and I had a lot left into me. And to my surprise, I freaking nailed it, and the very first time I've ever attempted it. Now, what really blew me away is that I didn't even train for it, really, and I didn't think my primarily strength training would transfer over to more endurance type feat like this, but it did. Now, I was wondering after filming this, that is this really worthy of a post? Like, are these good enough? So I asked a very successful gym owner and personal trainer in the Chicagoland area what he thought of this. And he said, well, these aren't the best one-handers in the world, but he said this is extremely impressive nevertheless, and you should definitely post this. And he said if anybody wants to make a comment about your form or anything like that, or tries to dismiss this for whatever reason or anything like that, just ask them if they could show you better. So with that said, if anybody wants to show this fruit eater how to do 100 one-handed push-ups better, I'll be really looking forward. So that's all I got to say with my journey of doing push-ups. Hopefully that inspired someone to go out there and really take on their personal workout challenges. Plus, you know, you got to work out anyway, so why not just aim for something, right? Especially if you're doing a vegan or fruit dominant diet and you're feeling a little unsure if this diet's working for you, I highly, highly recommend it. I know for me, for doing these workout challenges, not to say they're everything, but they definitely help me feel more confident that this diet works.
2, last one. Finish strong. Last one. 100. One arm push-ups.